Okay, so back to November 26th. This is part 2. So if you haven't seen part 1 for November 26th, day 331, please go back, because this is just the very ending, because the dogs barked because the driveway alarm went off, and it went off twice, and that typically tells you somebody's coming up the drive, because it's a really long drive. So but anyway, I didn't see anything. So anyway, the dogs are fine now. They're not barking, and and everything's fine. So just to finish for this, I was talking about, oh, and then I forgot to go get the box. I was already right there and I didn't get the box. But I was talking about the gift that my cousin Karen gave me in times of comfort, and I was explaining that this the lady who started this, the founder, it's a box. It's cherry yellow, and it's so wonderful. And so her mother had cancer and passed, but she wanted to give her food, like nice comforting food, like chicken soup and things, you know, and rolls. I was talking about the rolls on the last video, but the kind that you make like growing up that I made, yeast rolls. In our family, we'd make tortillas and rolls and bread, all kinds of stuff like that. Oh, the house smelled so amazing. And so if you think about what gives you comfort, the food that gives you comfort, like you think chicken soup or just soup if you're not into the, you know, the meat, but just a soup that's nice and warm and comforting. And then the yeast rolls, you know, that are just buttery and so delicious. And then a spoonful of comfort.com is where it came from. That's what I was talking about. And then my cousin gave me this box, and then it had a little note card where she could write, you know, write what she wanted to say to me, that she hoped it would bring me comfort with my hubby having passed this month. And then it had cookies, so chocolate chip cookies. And I suppose I haven't gone to the site, but I suppose she had asked me a couple of questions like, are you, I don't think she said gluten-free, but she asked me, do you eat meat? Or I can't even remember. She had asked me a couple of questions, and then I understood why. She wanted to make sure that if I had any dietary things, that she wanted to do what was, you know, something I would eat and enjoy. And I had the soup last night, one of the soups, or not the whole one, but I had some of the soup last night, the vegetable, and one of the rolls. And it's set for microwave, but I don't use microwaves. You can see in my kitchen right now, if you look over my shoulder where the pots and pans are hanging down, it's on that cinematic, so it's a little blurred out. And I can't change this in the middle, or I would. But let me see if I move, if you could see it, like if it starts focusing on me. Yeah, you can kind of see it. But anyway, that's the microwave. And it's for the hood. It had to be used for the hood of the stove. So I have it on, but it's off, meaning I don't use it at all. Well, that's not true. I use it for storage. All my juicing stuff is in there. So I haven't used a microwave for a long time, understanding the EMF. But anyway, my point was because of the rolls. So I didn't microwave it, but it was cold. And you could put it in the toaster oven, or, you know, bake it, you know, you warm it in the oven or warm it in the toaster oven. But I just ate it cold. But just that with the soup, the warm soup, and then having a bite of the cookie, like it's just so thoughtful. And then on top is they put for microwave, like a microwave cover, a splatter cover. And then the plastic that it comes in is something you can reuse with a nice lid. And we used to reuse all that stuff because Steve and I, for years and years and years, we ground we get, you know, the bones and eggs and make the dog food for Ivy. yeah, you wouldn't have met Ivy. You've only known the two puppies, the two Havanese, but we had one. Ivy was the original Ivy. That's why each of the dogs are Ivy Happy Beans and Ivy Flying Feather. They're named after Ivy. I think when Ivy died, that broke Steve's heart. He was so, I really feel like that was contributed to what was going on with his heart. He just loved that dog so mucho, and it just wasn't the same, with these two for him. He was just so attached, and in a previous life, as he called it, before he divorced, the his wife had gotten their dog, and he loved that dog, and it was his dog. They'd gifted him that dog for his birthday, I think he said, and so but she decided to keep it, or said she was keeping it, and he let a lot go, just through that. But that, I remember, he was just like really heartbroken. He talked about that dog a lot, and then I think Ivy brought that, our other Havanese brought that out in him, and he just was so attached to her. And she was 11 years old when I put her down. She was just, yeah, she was really not doing well at all. I was having to pick her up and take her to the bathroom and everything. But anyway, so those dogs, and now we have these puppies, which I'm so grateful, that bark when something goes off. And anyway, I was talking about this. I don't know how I got to the dogs and their names and Ivy and Steve and all of that, but let me get back to the comfort, a spoonful of comfort, and see if I can get myself back on track, because I just wanted to share about just how amazing that the food and everything that they put together. Oh, I know how I got there, because the plastic containers, because we would put all the, anytime we'd get plastic containers, we would use those to put the dog food and cat food, because it was for both. We just would make different, just a little different, because you have to have the taurine for the cats, and we don't want to give the dogs too much taurine and stuff. So we'd have separate ones. We would do, half for the dogs and half for the cats. So, and we'd freeze it, and it'd last for a couple of months, and then we'd have to do it again over and over. So we did that for many years. And then after talking to a raw food expert last year, was it last year? Excuse me. I guess it was in 23? I think it was in 22. But she was like, Lenny, that's processed foods. Here I was thinking we were doing all raw and everything, and it was raw, but it was processed food, and taking away the value when they need to actually, like, I had no idea. I truly believed, like, I think most, and this might even surprise you, or maybe not, maybe you already knew and you could have told me a long time ago, but I had no idea that dogs can have chicken, like the whole chicken, the bone, everything, because I thought that the bone splintered in their stomach, and so you had to be real careful. Well, it's true if the food is cooked, and but if it's raw, it's in its natural state, and they're eating what is natural to them. So I get, like chicken wings from Mary's, the organic. You can get it like at any natural food store. Natural Grocers is where I go. Natural Grocers used to be the Vitamin Shop, or Vitamin Cottage, but it's Natural Grocers mostly, and or Sprouts or Whole Foods. I don't think Whole Foods carries Mary's. They have their own different ones. But anyway, but Mary's is a brand of all, like if you eat meat and stuff, and you want to eat clean, then Mary's is a good brand, because it's all natural. And so I get the chicken wings, comes in a bag, and I give them, it's the little drumsticks and the wings and all that. So they get that, or I just give them, but anyway, it's all raw. So they get the bone with the marrow, and they get like rabbit's feet, and from different places I get raw stuff, and that's what they eat. So, and then tripe, green tripe, because as this raw, raw feeding for your pets, as she told me, this expert, that the green tripe is like the vegetables and the probiotics and the fiber and like all of that stuff. So they get all of that. So that's what they eat, and they haven't had tripe for a while. I ordered it like 2 weeks ago, and it still hasn't come. And I talked to the person yesterday, but anyway, so they haven't had that, and I can almost feel, and they haven't had it for quite a while, because then we were in Amarillo, and I didn't know when we were going to be there. Anyway, the point is, I'm going on and on about green tripe, but we did order it. So, oops. I forgot to put do not disturb. So anyway, the point is, if you need a good raw food expert for your animals, comment and I'll send you her name. So one you can totally trust. She's in a group that I'm in for homeopathy for the animals, because we're very natural. We like to do things in ways that are really helpful for the body, that help the body to heal. I think I told you before that I coined myself the common sense health expert, but it was all about unconventional, everything unconventional, which used to be very conventional. Like all the hospitals before Western medicine is what it is now, for Rockefeller, it's a very interesting story. It was all homeopathy. Like the big hospitals you see now, they were all homeopathy. I'm not talking about the exact ones right now, but the old ones were. But hospitals used to be all homeopathic, and chiropractors and all that natural stuff. So, so it's only been 100 and something years, 120 or something like that, since the current medical system has come into being. It's a very interesting story, the history. So if you look that up, I think you'll find it interesting as well. You just look for the history of modern Western medicine, and Rockefeller is the one that put it all together. So, but back to the second part, because we already read, this was for November 26th, and the whole thing, I'll just read it just to kind of wrap this up. But when I wonder if I can, I think of all those who did. When I think I could fail, I think of all those who tried. And when I wonder if I should, I think of all those who never had the chance. That was the passage for today, just to wrap that part up. And then to finish with all the stuff that my cousin sent me, that beautiful yellow box, so comforting, spoonfulofcomfort.com. I think that's what it is. And it came with a ladle for the soup, and it's not a cheap ladle. Like, it's a really nice one. I was so surprised. I'm gonna at least show you the ladle. I won't show you the ladle, but yes, I am gonna show you the ladle. Okay, let me grab the ladle. Okay, here is the ladle. This is the ladle. Isn't it pretty? And let me see. Let me get me out of the picture. I should have started this one with, but anyway, this is the ladle. Look how cute. It's very, very nice. I wish they would have spoonful of comfort. Look, it's right there. Wait, let me find the camera there. Spoonful of comfort.com. Their wish is my command. I said, I wish they would have their name on here, and then I turned it around, and there it is. Anyway, then you can, the soup, the cookie, and then 2 soft socks, 2 pair of socks, and just so warm and cozy. So nice. So nice. So that's the story. It was wonderful. So if you ever feel like you need, and the reason I spent a lot of time on this is because if you ever want to send something to someone, I did look at the ingredients. and I blessed it because like the soup has canola oil, and that's not an oil that I try to not do seed oils anyway. That's not, but anyway, but it had canola in the soup, and I was like, I'm gonna bless you and eat you. I didn't even look actually till this morning. I didn't care. I wanted to totally enjoy and just love what my cousin sent me. And thank you, Karen. Karen watches sometimes. And so thank you, Karen, from the depths of my heart. Like I just feel so blessed to have you in my life. And that was just, for you to do that, it was just over the top, over and above, for you to, you know, just put your resources into me, into comforting me, was I had no idea and didn't expect it. And so I absolutely loved it. And so I share it with you as well, because if, even no matter what, it's the thought and how nicely it's packaged and done, and the story behind it, and then the reason why the cookies, the reason why the soup, like all the things that it says, the reason why, the rolls, and it's to give that food, it's comfort in comfort food. And I imagine they have lots of other things. They probably have pie and who knows what they have, but and it's packed so nicely, and just everything. It was just so beautiful. I think I the video that I did was like over 6 minutes long, and I couldn't get it on Instagram because you only get 1 minute, and unless you do it live, I suppose, or somehow. I know there's a way because I see long videos on there sometimes. But I tried to put it up on here on YouTube, and it made it wanted me to do a short, so that's also a minute, and I'm sure I can upload it, but it's in vertical. I did it vertical and not horizontal like I do all these because it's YouTube. So anyway, if you think about it, if you really want to give someone comfort in their time of need, and you don't know what to send because you don't really know what to say, that's such a beautiful gift. And it's just a piece of their heart sent to you because they want to do something nice for you, because they know that you are struggling. There is no struggle, right? If we move to the spiritual realm. But if you are having, a challenging, trying time in your life, and no matter what, or someone who is, that's such a beautiful way to, it was so fun to receive that. And it felt, my heart, it was like, wow. And then reading each of the boxes, like, why the cookie, why the soup, like with the story overall of how this company came to be. I don't know whether it's big or small. I have no idea. And maybe you already know about spoonfulofcomfort.com. I think it's spoonfulofcomfort.com. But man, it is just it was so nice. So thanks again to Karen, my cousin, and thanks to you. Thank you for watching and for sharing, for commenting. I don't get a whole lot of comments, but the ones I do, that's very comforting as well. That's very warming my heart cockles. Whatever cockles are, they're heart warmed. They're warm. They're very warming. And so I very much enjoy my time with you, and love sharing my wisdom that I have gained through the years, and through all the spiritual, the many years of reading, really trying to understand, and working with mentors, and coming to my own conclusions of the things that help me, so that I can share them with you. So that's really cool. I love all of that. So I hope that you glean a little something from even this part 2, if nothing else, to go check out spoonfulofcomfort.com. I keep saying that I don't know that it probably is, but you'll get there if you put in those things. So that's what I have for you. And I didn't even sign off the other one, the last one, but I believe in you. You can do this, because the dogs were barking, and I was like, what is that? It was probably deer, because they go across the I was going to say, why did the chicken cross the road? Because they go across the road. I, there went my child brain, but which I love. I love laughing and thinking of things that are fun. But anyway, so I just want to reiterate and let you know that that I do believe in you, and I know you can do this. And why do I believe in you and know you can do this? You can find your purpose. You can do, be, change, have, create, become. I don't know how many I add to that, but absolutely anything. And why do I believe in you? Because you can rewire your brain with the right programs. You can download the app that I always have in the description, and you can rewire your brain with the programs that you want. And just like what we talked about at length in part 1 of this video. So that's why I believe in you, because you're a human being on planet Earth. You're both the human and the spirit at the same time. And I don't know why this thing keeps, like, it's adjusting. I don't know if the video will show that, but it's constantly adjusting. I think it's the low light or something. So, but that's why, because I know you can do it, because I'm doing it. And I talked about one of my clients today, and just from July, like not even mid, it was probably late July or August when I actually talked to her about the self-talk. And that girlie she is like off the charts. You can go listen to the video or watch the video, but she's just doing so well. And I am so proud of her. And she's been so consistent in listening to the self-talk every single day, and just the difference. Like every single one of my clients, every single one has, no matter what, even if they forget to do an assignment or whatever, is so long as they are listening to the self-talk, they are finding and they're being consistent with the coaching, because the coaching is a very big part of it, because there's a lot, like finding the right goals and being consistent, and all the things that coaching does, like, because that helping you change your mental programs, and helping you see obstacles that maybe you didn't think you had, and helping you to acknowledge, like when you have had success, a lot of times helping you to celebrate those successes, because we really get into a place where we just don't celebrate ourselves, and we think, oh, anyone can do it. Like this is what I always talk about, your purpose, like finding your purpose. A lot of times it's something that you just absolutely, it comes so easily for you that you think anyone can do it. And you've probably said that when someone compliments you, like, and they say, and your first thought is, or what you say is, anyone could have done that. Anyone could do this. It's not true. It's not true. And it is innate to you. It is part of your personality, is part of who you are. And it's a gift that you have. And you can grow that. You can add skills to have it be even stronger. And it's more than likely part of your purpose, like something that you do because it comes easy to you. And so therefore, look at the things that when people compliment you and your first thought is, anyone could do that. And listen to this again. Listen to this video, and so that I can remind you that no, not anyone can do that. And they definitely cannot do it like you. If they wanted to do it and they rewired their brain, sure, because we can do absolutely anything. But could they ever do it as well as you or how you do it? The answer is no, because you are unique, and whatever you do has your unique signature on it. And so there will never ever be another you, ever. So why not, like, just truly embrace who you are, and know that you're here for a reason, and know that your purpose, that when you find your purpose and you hone in on it, you zoom, remember, it will give your life meaning, and it will give you direction, the direction that you need to go. And it will feel right because you'll be aligned with it. So don't poo-poo things when somebody gives you a compliment. In fact, if you take anything from this besides a spoonful of comfort.com, probably, take that you are so unique, and that when somebody gives you a compliment, you say thank you, and you just say thank you, thank you, thank you, and then think about your uniqueness of why they gave you a compliment, because you did it. They were appreciative, or they were inspired, or they were some high frequency awesomeness about you. It was your awesomeness that what they wanted to compliment you, or highlight or showcase something about you for you. So say thank you, and look at it and say, I wonder if that's part of my purpose, like part of, if I could grow more of it, get more skills around there, educate, find a class that can help me do that even better. Like, think photography. Like, if you're really good at taking pictures, and you can grow your skill set around taking pictures, like, even with an iPhone, you can get for, I think it's like $20 or $80 or something. I don't know. It's 80% off. I just saw it. Always comes up on my, and it always comes up because I always watch it and think, man, I could do better on my pictures. So it always comes up because I look at it. And so now AI knows I like it, or I am considering it. So I get more and more of that. But it's 80% off the iPhone today. Today, on the 26th of November of 2024. So if you're watching this on another date, it might not be there. So that's what I got for you. That's a story. And as always, yes, I do believe in you. You can do this. You can do absolutely anything. And as always, I love to shine my light to brighten yours. And I love when you shine your light to brighten mine, because the more of us that are shining our lights to help others to find success in every single area of their lives and to excel in times of change, the more of us that are there uplifting, encouraging, and showing others the way, and how they can be they can find success, and they can be encouraged that something around the corner, even if it's they perceive it as difficult or incredibly challenging, they can overcome. They can overcome. So the more of us that are out there sharing this message, the better it is for all of us. I love you so very, very mucho. Yes, as always, shining my light to brighten yours. We'll see you tomorrow. Oh, let me tell you what we're going to do tomorrow. What are we going to do? Oh, yeah, why you're here. Yeah, one of the things you can do to make a difference. That's what we're going to talk about. How you can make a difference. Okay, see you tomorrow. Ciao.